November 1st, a new month began back on the road. On the 3-hour drive to and from Tucson that I do weekly now, I thought about how much work lies ahead, how busy these next 6 or 7 weeks will be. I plan to work myself to the bone and then take a true vacation. I think it'll be worth it. November 2nd. As I lay here watching westerns and drinking whiskey in my little shack, I wonder if I've really done much of anything, if I've really made any progress, or if I'm in the same place I was years ago, not just in my work, but in life. Is it all just one merry-go-round, or am I slowly climbing? November 4th. I got sick on my way to San Francisco today. I haven't been sick in 5 years, and that's no exaggeration. Didn't get COVID, haven't even had a mild cold during that time. Now I'm achy and feverish with a whole weekend of writing and revising ahead of me. November 5th. Somehow, even though I felt like hell all day, Jerry and I revised the whole damn script. My body might have been aching and hurting at the slightest movement, but my mind was still there. And Jerry's flexibility with my ideas and the sometimes radical shifts we made to the script was a refreshing creative experience. November 8th. Yesterday, I finally woke up feeling half normal and took full advantage of the day with my sister. We walked several miles around the city and saw some things I'd seen nearly 2 decades before, and some I hadn't. Though I'm far from fully recovered, I pushed through the day to do as much as possible. November 11th. I often look forward to getting checks from our distribution partners. Sometimes it's the most encouraging moment I'll have for months. Lately, including yesterday, the third quarter check I just received had the opposite effect. Recent earnings just haven't been what I hoped for. I fear this might cripple my attempt to move to the next level with my work. The distributor said to me that it's a good thing I know how to make movies for cheap because the indie film industry just isn't, what it used to be. It's drying up. The problem is I don't want to make them for cheap anymore. November 15th. Now I'm back in Superior. I'm treasuring my solo routine. I love having a routine, but I am lonely at night when the work is done. November 16th. My dog walk this morning was hard, the wind blowing right through me, but I was determined to complete it, not just for Tank, but for myself. November 17th. I realized I need to pack not just for Tombstone, but Mississippi. When I leave Superior today, I'll be gone more than 3 weeks. So I really had to think about it and not forget anything. My car is my home. November 21st. It's so difficult to balance the professional and the personal. And even when I feel like I can strike the balance, it's no good unless the other person or people in the situation can too. Emotion is often the enemy of efficiency, but it seems unavoidable. November 23rd. I had an interview for the documentary scheduled with Lucy, our caterer for the 12 Westerns, but when I began to pack up my gear, I discovered that John had accidentally locked the garage with most of my sound equipment inside. After going through every spare key in their house, he had to turn around from Tucson and meet me halfway. We had to reschedule the interview. November 25th. Thanksgiving was spent in solitude. It was wonderful. I read, I worked, it was quiet. I I really think that I could live in a cabin in the woods and come to town only once a month to get my healthy dose of humanity. November 28th. A funny thing happened yesterday as I left for my long trip to Mississippi. I'd considered going a different way, a less traveled way. But after getting gas, my GPS was fighting me. It kept rerouting me the way I always go. I listened to it, but a few miles down the road, I had a bad feeling in my gut. It wouldn't go away. So I turned around, and I went the way I'd never gone before. November 30th. As I proceed, I am as uncertain about the past as I am the future. All I can do is hold on to what little I can grasp of the present.